for dinner? Turkeys.
Thanksgiving's early this year. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel.
We are going to cross another border today. It's been several weeks since we were up in Ontario. The last few weeks we've been in New York, and now today we're going to attempt to cross into a new province. We're heading to Quebec. Let's see how it goes. We've been spending the last few days up in the Thousand Islands area along the St. Lawrence River, and we have decided we're going to try to go to Montreal. We've heard it's a beautiful old city. We've never been there, so we are planning to spend at least a day, maybe two there. And we are crossing at what's probably a quieter border crossing than when we went up into Ontario. We're going through the little town of Dundee. Seems like out in the middle of nowhere. We're also trying something different this time. Last time we threw out our produce before we crossed the border. We're not sure how it's gonna go, but we had several other people tell us that when they cross the border, they take produce, but they just declare it when they cross the border. We're gonna see what happens trying to do that today.
Continue on Dundee Road for 1 mile.
So do we pull in over there?
I do.
Wouldn't that have been funny if that was all there was for the
Dundee
border
Road
crossing?
turns slightly right and becomes Quebec 132S. Then your destination will be on the left.
So I guess this
What's
is
the
it.
name of that camper? Texted it to you.
Welcome.
What's it called? What's it called?
It's Sagarive Alt RV Park.
Can I see it? You should record when you do all that.
Do what?
Just record a little bit shooting this.
Right now before they come out?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to draw attention to ourselves. I don't know if they're gonna like that, but I'm right there.
Hello,
Hello,
where do you both live?
Florida.
Where are you going?
Montreal.
How many days?
A couple days.
That's a couple of days.
2.
2.5 maybe. Coming back Thursday for sure. Today's Tuesday.
You have any alcohol, tobacco, or cannabis inside your car?
No, ma'am.
No. You have anything to declare that you bring that will stay here?
Nope. We do have a cat. I don't know.
But she's not staying here.
Yeah, we're gonna bring her back.
Any weapons on board, including knife, pepper spray, mace, any stuff utensils?
Pepper
We
spray.
have 2 of these.
Okay, these they cannot enter. You have two?
Yeah. So is that we went into Ontario and they looked at these and let us take them in? Is it different in each?
It's not supposed to be entering in Canada at all.
Okay.
Any mace or pepper spray are not legal in Canada. You're not supposed to cross the border with it.
Okay.
Whoever let you pass, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. That's a bummer. Can you get this off here?
Any of you traveling with any monetary currency equal or greater than $10,000 Canadian?
No, ma'am.
Except the cat, any food, vegetable, any food, plants or food, animals inside the truck, except
Just-
the cat.
We do have apples and oranges and
Any plants?
no.
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 So we have to give you both of these. Or
I'm gonna have you park over there, and we're just gonna come see at your vehicle, and then we're gonna file the paper for these two.
okay. I don't know what that means, but-
And do you know anybody in Montreal? Or you just visiting the boat?
Just visiting the city.
So you can just go park under the roof and wait inside the car until we get to
Okay, can I, so for these, is it, you can't even buy them in Canada at all, or you just can't, see, okay.
No.
And can you
We don't have any here.
can you use bear spray in Canada?
Yeah, it's the only one we accept.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it also has to be declared. But
Right.
it's the only one we accept. The small one that goes in the pocket or in the purse or something, we don't
Okay.
have it because it's for human. The other one we accept because it's for the beer.
Okay.
The beer. But,
Okay. Okay.
So just go under the roof and we'll come see you.
Okay. Isn't that weird that in Ontario they didn't take it?
Yeah.
Why do we? Is it here?
Hmm?
He's putting gloves on. So, maybe I'm gonna put that on each. So
Bonjour, hello.
Hello.
So I'm gonna ask you to turn off your engine.
Okay.
I need you to both of you to step out of the vehicle. I grab that from you.
Oh, are you gonna need to
You're
come?
gonna step out from the vehicle. You're gonna empty your pockets, leave everything on the car seat. You have a pet in there?
Yes.
Take it out with you.
Would you
Take her with you.
Take the pet out outside
take
with
us
you.
take her out?
Yeah.
You remove the pet from the car. So every time you declare prohibited weapon, it's a mandatory inspection of all your goods. So you have to step out from the car,
Okay.
remove your pet so we have room. We don't want to scare your animals. Yeah. So we'll start with that.
So I don't understand.
You also have this if it's for dog or coyote.
Yeah, we're really surprised because we just went on to Ontario in July and we
Tell
handed
them you have pepper spray?
we handed it to her. She looked at it and gave it to us back.
No, because you're allowed to have the one for bear or for dog and coyote, so it's not the same as for humans.
Waiting.
I asked you to empty your pockets and put everything on the seat.
Yeah. So Steve, I'm not sure what to do.
What's that?
She's really scared. I don't know what to
Alright.
do. Should we just not come?
At this point, we're
Can we
good.
can we just go back to the US and not even bother with all this? Can we just go back to the US and not do all this? And not cross?
Yes or no, they're not. It specifically says when it's for dog and coyote, it's at the same concentration, not the same ingredients. So they're prohibited in Canada. Alright, don't walk around, come here. Just walk around here.
Wow.
So the cat is super like afraid and everything. They don't have a cage, just a leash.
There's a piece of thing.
No, it's pretty filthy. But I mean, she's asking if they can just turn around and go to Canada. But I mean,
No, it's too
huh? You want to still search the whole thing, or?
Yeah.
What do you want
It's
to do with the
mandatory
cat?
when they declare that. The cat? Well,
'Cause
you
cat
just
doesn't
scare
wanna
the
come
cat,
out.
isn't it easier if they take it out?
It doesn't want to go out. Like, it's scratching. Like I'm not worried about the declaration. We'll take it in bit, but I mean. Like hiding or something? She's on the bed?
Like, can we?
Yeah, we'll
Can I just leave her in
I'll
here?
make it here. Well, just stay there.
Okay.
Like,
She
I'm
won't.
just gonna open everything the cabinet. If you want, like, you can just up onto like a. We don't usually do this, but I mean,
Thank you. Sorry, she's petrified of people.
it's okay. Oh. she's not like she stayed there the whole trip.
Yeah,
Like
she
she's
will.
not.
Oh, she's fine when she's because like she's safe.
It's almost afloat. Yeah. Just a little for the kids. Yeah. That's cool. Cool entrance. Do you travel a lot? Yeah. Always travel with the cat?
Yes.
So, just one of you can come inside with your driver's license. Should be good. Just one of you.
Ah, c'est vraiment les plus jeunes.
You got everything closed up.
So what is going on now with the paperwork? What
It's
is this?
nothing, it's just to say that you declare it
Oh, okay.
and we're gonna keep it. You
Okay.
sign it, you keep a paper, we keep the other one, that's it. There's
Okay.
no, because you declare it,
Okay.
there's nothing, it's just like a formality
Okay.
for you and for us.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. There's no consequences, you're not gonna flash, like it's There's
Okay.
no penalty. There's nothing. It's just
Okay.
it's not supposed to enter, so we're just gonna keep it, and then you're good to go. All right.
Yes.
So you're all set to go. We're
So
just gonna open the gate.
there's no fine or anything.
No, 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 no.
You
There's
declared it. There's
nothing.
absolutely What you did is okay. There's only fines if you don't declare it.
Yeah.
And even then, mostly for we
And
don't
even
get
in the
fines for just
system, it's
paper
not
spray
gonna
mace
flag
because
you.
it's legal in most states, so I understand.
Okay.
No, this is nothing. This is just because you're not allowed to have it in Canada.
Right.
You get in trouble if the police will stop you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you for letting us keep the cat in the van.
Not scratched by the kitty.
It's funny, like right away she panicked. So I don't know if she can tell like I was kind of upset, but like even before I got her out of the van, she was panicked. And did they pull that stuff apart?
I wonder if it's just because of the good graces of that other guy that we didn't get searched. But he just didn't feel like doing it.
Maybe. Well, so just today, someone commented on our YouTube channel on our video crossing into the border into Ontario for our first time, and they asked why all the YouTubers make such a big deal about it. Well,
This is why.
yeah. It's not like what just happened was horrible, but it was really stressful,
It was horribly unnecessary.
and it's kind of ridiculous.
All
really.
because we declared pepper spray.
So yes, you can say if we had done our homework, we would have known that was illegal. But it's kind of weird because I went online looking at things, and when we went into Ontario, we actually handed the woman at the booth our pepper spray. She looked at it and she handed it back, and there was no problem. Today, they said it's illegal in Canada. So because we had that, they pulled us over, and automatically we had to have a search of our van. But in addition to that, she also said that the computer randomly chose our vehicle too to do a search anyway. A few things as I think about this. First of all, it's really stressful with the cat. We already had the harness on the cat. I put the leash on her. I was expecting that she could actually stay in the van when they came in and looked around, but they told us we had to get out of the van and take the pet with us. And I was like, I have to take the cat out of the van. And she's a scaredy cat. So right away, I picked her up to take her out, and she scratched my arm and was pretty panicked. And thankfully, those agents were kind. The woman saw how panicked Gray was, and she told me I could just leave the cat in here and I could stay in here with the cat. So I don't know how much you could see, but it's pretty interesting to see what they look at when they look around. Like, she looked in the upper cabinets, opened everything. She looked in my computer bag, but when she opened the cabinet on the bottom was Steve's computer bag, she didn't look in that. Up here, they were rifling around, like they opened my makeup bag, they opened the glove compartment, stuff like that. But like, if we really wanted to be smuggling something in here, there's so many places they didn't look, so it's almost like pointless. You know what I mean? Like you were saying, I don't know. So to me, it's like a little bit of a scary thing because you're going into another country where there's different laws, and I feel like it's a little scarier if you get into trouble in a different country for some reason. Maybe that's dumb. But anyway, when they told us it was illegal to have the pepper spray, like I didn't know if that meant we were going to have a fine. Like I didn't know what that meant. And again, we also had the produce this time. But we talked to them after, and she said there's no fine because we declared it. And as far as the produce, my understanding is they allow most things as long as it's a small quantity and it's not something that's actually grown in Canada. Kind of. It seems pretty loose. The one agent did say that, like, for instance, blueberries you can't bring in because they grow blueberries here and they don't want the competition or something. Not like we're bringing in a whole caseload of blueberries. But anyway, I could tell you were pretty stressed out about it. I don't know if you were thinking anything when they were going through the van.
Yeah, I'm a little hot under the collar right now. This wasn't high on my list to begin with, to go into Canada again, mostly for this very reason. So, things like this certainly going to make me reconsider wanting to come back. Maybe I'll feel differently once I calm down a little bit, but
At at the moment, my perspective is a little bit different than Steve's. To me, I feel like it could have been a lot worse, and while it was stressful, I feel like it's worth it for certain things in Canada. I don't know if it's worth it for going into Montreal, but at some point we want to go up to Nova Scotia and Newfoundland, and for that, maybe it's worth it. And I would say, just to give them the benefit, like, I don't think they actually tore things apart, but they certainly did look through everything, and it felt a little invasive. But at the end of the day, whatever, it's not like they had anything to hide. So I'm just glad it's over, and hopefully we can relax and enjoy what we're seeing, and hopefully Montreal will be worth it. I think what's funny is that we declared it. And because we had it and declared it, then they searched our van, which we've already declared it. So it was like, why would we declare it? Like, it's not like we have something else we're hiding. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like their reasoning doesn't make any sense. Like, if they suspected something, if we hadn't declared it, then yes, okay, pull us over and look in our van. But we declared it right away. So it is interesting they didn't ask us many other questions. I think it's funny too that she asked us what a couple days and that's 2 days.
It's all arbitrary.
I know.
That's why you have such a hard time finding it. It's like, oh, today we're going to say blueberries. The next time it'll be oranges. I mean, who knows?
No, I think oranges wouldn't be an issue because they don't grow oranges here. I guess apples could be, but I told her oranges and apples, and she's named as apples. And he said anything that's in dirt, so he means a plant.
Right.
Which I knew. I didn't bring any plants for this. Like, I left my plant in this alley, but... So I wonder if my cut flowers actually would have been okay. I just figured because they were live plants, but I guess they're not really live because they're cut. Yeah, it's so funny to me where they look, though. Like, obviously, if we were trying to hide something, we would hide it better than where they were looking. They didn't look, like, in any hiding, like, type spots at all. They just looked around at, like, obvious things. Like, I'm sure they can tell. I don't know. Wouldn't you think they can tell, though, like, these people just travel, like, there's nothing to worry about them, probably. She even said, oh, pepper spray. She looked at it and she handed it right back.
I'm sure it's probably state by state or whatever goofy name they have for it here.
She said in all of Canada, it's illegal in all of
Well,
Canada.
it obviously is not. That's part of the frustration. It's like, if they want to find something, they're going to find something. They could have had problems with the knives, I'm sure. So now, we're defenseless. You know, it's $10, $20, maybe, whatever.
Take the next right to stay on Chemin Rivière-Laguerre.
And we're out, which obviously not a big deal.
Maybe
in the
we go
grand
back.
scheme of things.
When we go back, we can ask them for it.
It's even funny that they're like, well, you can have pepper spray or coyote spray because it's not made for humans, but...
Right, or I can have a big old gallon container of bear spray.
2 kilometers.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
I can spray that at a person, but because it's not made for that, that's okay.
So what would have you, at one point you were asking, can we just turn around?
Yeah.
And if they would have said, yeah, then what? You would have said, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just easy to say, I just don't care enough to go through that. To go see a city. To go spend our money in their country.
Right. I
No
mean,
thanks.
Take the
Vermont-
next left onto Chemin des
yeah,
Prairies.
just to go to Montreal, I don't know that it's worth it, but like, sometime we're going to want to go to Banff. We're going to want to go, I really do, I would really like to go to Nova Scotia and Newfoundland. I was not expecting them to have us take the cat out of the van, though. Like, I thought they just come in, look around.
Yeah, I think if we didn't have the cat, I would be annoyed, but I wouldn't care. I'd be like, let's just get this over with. Because we got nothing to hide. And hopefully they don't make an issue out of whatever random thing they're going to want to make an issue out of. Would it be some random produce or the knives we have in the back? Whatever.
It is funny, though, because, you know, Ed sent me a document of an actual one-page list for the U.S. border of what can't come over and what can, which is so nice. I looked for that for Canada, and the funny thing is, I don't know who made this. It wasn't Canada. I mean, it was some agent, some whatever. It actually stood on there, no produce at all. Which is so funny because that's not true. Like, it's just funny how like hard it is to figure it out.
In 500 meters, keep left to continue on Kennedy Road. Station is on the left.
There's no parking. This is it. What a great park. We're not off to the greatest of starts in Canada. We picked out a park to come to that was actually a 20-minute detour for us because it looked like it'd be a nice spot. But we got here, came and parked with the view of the water. We thought, oh, it'd be a nice place for dinner, to make dinner. But now we've got these bushes right here and we can't park right back there. Well, I guess we'll at least go check out the view. If I can get out of here. You can hear the water at least. Well, the sound of the water is nice here. We are gonna eat some food now. We're heating it up in the microwave, using our microwave now for the like 4th or 5th time, I think. Have some dinner and then just keep moving, I think.
It's Canada, so we're recording all that.
We just had our first curious Quebecian. Is that what you're called here in Quebec? Quebecian? Canadian? She walked up and wanted to know why she should follow us. So Steve was telling her about what we do. Cheers.
We are now fan.
Awesome. And where are we? I don't even know what town we're in.
Valleyfield.
Salaberry, the Valleyfield at Quebec City.
Not Quebec City.
In Quebec,
Quebec.
Canada.
Valleyfield.
Valleyfield.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, you
And
guys.
we follow us.
Lady Gray Gillespie Pinkerton.
Okay. I will try to remember that.
Or you can just call her Gray Gray.
Great, great. Great, great.
Okay, well, the evening has been redeemed a little bit. Always nice to meet nice people. We had met a couple different people just in our short time at this little park making dinner. And that really helps kind of turn the tide a little bit after such a stressful experience crossing the border, is to meet some nice people and have some nice conversation.
Yeah, it seemed like every person that came by stopped to talk to us. There was a woman that walked up first that was asking about why she should follow us. Then there was an older woman, Maria, who has been like all over the place. She's Dutch, but then married an Italian, so has lived in both of those places, lived in Ontario, now lives here. She was so friendly. It was so wonderful talking with her. I think she'd like to get a van, so that was fun just chatting with her, and we showed her the van. And then there was a couple that came up. Actually, I walked by them. I was getting some footage of the sunset, and they asked about our sign and if we did YouTube, and they subscribed to the channel. And then they came over and we were showing them the van too, and they also were interested in getting a van someday, maybe. So that was really fun.
Yep.
So thanks for all of you who live here by this park that came by and were really friendly. You helped make our evening better, and we always love meeting people. So that was pretty good. Now we're off. I think we're going to Walmart. There are a lot of parks between here and Montreal where we thought we maybe could park overnight. But I think being in another country, we're a little nervous about that now, especially with the border crossing. So we're playing it safe. We're just gonna go to Walmart, and then we'll go from there tomorrow morning, hopefully head into Montreal. Our experience at this park tonight is just one example of why we like to just kind of go off in little areas that are lesser known. We just like to look for local parks. The couple we were talking to wanted to know why we were there at that park in that town. And we just said, well, we saw a park on the map and we decided we'd check it out for dinner. So it's kind of fun. You know, we didn't just head straight to Montreal where everybody knows. We like to find little side things and just talk to locals. So that was great. All right, well, we've made it to Walmart. We're gonna go use the facilities, AKA the bathroom and also the Wi-Fi. What a day of van life. The border crossing was definitely stressful for us, but the day ended well thanks to the lovely people we met. Though we weren't able to take her up on it, we wanted to say thank you to Maria, who offered for us to park in her driveway to make us breakfast. We love meeting people on the road, and we appreciate each and every one of you who take the time to follow along on our journey and keep in touch with us. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.